Hello, magical souls. Welcome back to another reading with the Wild Mystics. It is so good to have a chance to connect with you here in this magical space. We are currently filming out in the forest right now, and there are thick blankets of snow, so it's just a really divine time to connect with you. Today, we are asking Spirit, what secret magical messages are coming through from the hidden worlds right now? So it's beautiful because there are so many shifts, there are so many walls that are dissolving now between the different layers of reality, and we're finally getting a chance to commune with these other worlds. So for those of you who are really connected to your dream worlds, you already have this power to be able to connect with these other worlds. So we're just going to jump in and see what secret messages, what advice and guidance these beautiful hidden realms can share with us today. Group 1, we have the Angel Gate, number 9. Cleansing, protection, and blessing, with this beautiful green quartz crystal. Group number 2, we have number 17, fairy energy, growth, expansion, a flowering. These cards are just so stunning. And we have the carnelian. Group 3, we have number 28, the mountain goddess, high vibration, mindfulness, and power of mind. And we have the stunning amethyst. So I will give you a moment to connect with each of these groups, and then I will see you in your reading. Bye! We also have a 20% off promo code for our Etsy shop if you're interested, so I will link that down below in the description box. I'll also put a link to this beautiful Hidden Worlds Oracle deck if you're interested, because it is so, it's just some of the most beautiful artwork I've ever seen. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose number 9, the Angel Gate, Cleansing, Protection, and Blessing, or this beautiful green quartz, this is going to be your reading on what secrets from the hidden worlds are coming through right now. What messages do you need to hear? So we're going to start with your oracle cards, and then we'll jump into the tarot. So first we have memory, the mystical shaman, number 43, details, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And we have number 44, surrender to the flow. All right. I'm just going to put that one underneath the Angel Gate here. So Spirit is saying right now that if you have been suffering, if you have been going through something in your life that is extremely traumatic, it could be a physical injury, it could be a psychological injury, it could be anything, but Spirit is saying there is a sacred place that you can go to heal yourself. And that's the power of the mind. That's the power of our spirit. Our spirit actually has the ability to travel to all of these unseen worlds and to actually seek refuge and protection and healing. So imagine yourself going to these sacred waters in your mind and just imagine them washing you and cleansing your soul. You are protected, Group 1. You are so protected. Now with these messages, I'm already seeing the mystical shaman here, number 38, which also equals to 11. So 11 could be a significant divine number for you. It is the divine number of spirit. But the mystical shaman is suggesting that it is a time for you to do this inner work. It is a time, Spirit is saying, that there are so many secrets, so many things hidden within your subconscious mind that are craving to be released, that are craving to be connected with and looked at. I know how scary it is for so many of us. There are dark parts of ourselves that we may not even be conscious of, that are there, that are craving our attention. And this could come into our life as anxiety. This could come into our life as resentment, as fears. And we don't even know where they're coming from. But they're coming from maybe a wound from the past that we have yet to deal with. So Spirit is saying that there is a lot of power, a lot of hidden knowledge within your past, within your memory, Spirit is saying. And now this could be ancient memories. This doesn't just necessarily have to be memories within this lifetime. This could be other lifetimes. But with show the world the real you, Spirit is saying that the real you is still kind of inside of you. the one that's looking in the mirror back at you isn't necessarily the real you. It's the self that you've created. It's the self that the society has said is okay. But Spirit is saying that there is so much information, cellular information, that has been hidden away from you, protected. And it's so important that you go within into these memories. And for some of you, a past life regression would be extremely important during this time, but you really want to make sure that you find the right person to help you with this past life regression. If you are feeling confident to do it on your own, I would still take the time to research about past life regression, because it can be extremely taxing on the mind, on the heart. And if your spirit isn't ready, it can be a lot for your soul to take. So for those of you also who maybe know a little bit about shamanic journeying, put on some shamanic drumming music, start in the middle world, and learn about going into the lower world, learn about connecting with your power animals and your spirit team, because whatever you can imagine in your mind, you can create that experience. You can create that kind of loving integration. So, for example, maybe you have an animal in this world that is extremely powerful to you, that comes to you. It could take the form of a bird, or it could take the form of like an animal in the forest. Maybe there is a particular animal that you feel drawn to. Well, that also might be an animal that takes shape in your imaginary realm, in the spirit realm as well, to actually protect you. We also have the ladybug here, surrender to the flow. Spirit is saying it's not a time to force anything, okay? It's a time to surrender. And oftentimes, when we go into our inner world, when we do shamanic journeying or past life regression, we are not forcing anything. Our mind has entered into an altered state of consciousness where we are able to tap into these hidden parts of ourselves, these hidden worlds, so to speak, because it's not a hidden world somewhere outside of yourself. These are worlds inside of yourself that we're talking about. So it's important that you take the time to surrender to this energy, to surrender to the power that is inside of you, because there are so many, like I said, worlds inside of you that are waiting to be explored. And that's the thing. If we don't go inside of ourselves and check in ever so often, things can be created that we're not ready for. So how do we say this? I'm not wanting to scare anybody, but shadows and things that we suppress and we don't want to look at, they only grow larger, right? When you try to avoid thinking about something, it often creates a larger thought form than if you had just looked at it in the first place. So those are all secret things that Spirit is trying to say. Like there are secrets, there are tools, there are keys actually at your disposal. They're just in the inner world. They're inside of you. They're within your memory. So there's a lot of details. There's a lot of information that's been stored there that needs to be released. Now, for some of you, you could actually have had a physical trauma, and oftentimes psychological traumas actually manifest as physical traumas. So there could be a lot that needs to be released, a lot that needs to be worked through. So maybe finding a therapist or a physical therapist or somebody that you can work with to help you release these things would be a really, really great place to start if possible. I also saw the timer and it said 32 seconds. Sorry, it was like 6:32. So 32 often shows up a lot lately. The number 5, because there's such change and shifts happening because it's the year 2025. Anyways. That was a long spiel, but I hope some of that resonated with you. We're going to get into your tarot and try to clarify some of this energy here. What other secrets are maybe being revealed to you from these hidden worlds? Woo. And we're going to use the Shadowscape Tarot, which is one of my favorite tarot decks. Here it is here. The artist, again, it's just incredible. The artwork in this tarot deck, it's just stunning. So what secrets, Spirit, what secrets are craving to be revealed from these hidden worlds for Group 1? What spirits are hiding that Group 1 needs to know about right now? What's in Group 1's memory that needs to be revealed? The 4 of Swords. Okay, well, what this is telling me is that it's time for you to take a step back. It's time for you to meditate and contemplate. The Four of Swords is all about resting and moving away from the energy of force, trying to make things happen. Our egos are so determined to see results, to make things happen in the material world. The Four of Swords is taking a break from that mental chatter, you know, and stepping back and taking the time to meditate and relax into your memories, because when you're trying to maybe locate a particular memory or think about something really hard, it's often really difficult to pinpoint that memory. But when you just surrender and let it go, the memory just kind of comes in out of nowhere. So Spirit is saying that is a secret. It's not really a secret, knowing that like meditating like allows memories to flood in, but that's what Spirit is telling you from the hidden worlds, that there's a lot that is inside of you that wants to be revealed. So what might group 1 find if they connect in the spirit world with shamanic journeying? What might they actually connect with in the shamanic world? We have the 9 of Cups. So for many of you, there might be some sort of wish or dream that you have had for a very long time, and Spirit is saying this wish is reliant on manifesting via you going into the other worlds, basically these lower worlds, these higher worlds where you can actually commune with the spirit guides. There are so many powerful downloads that are waiting for you. This wish that you might have, if you have a wish that has been brewing beneath the surface, Spirit is saying the power of this wish can be doubled, can be amplified by you gaining the courage to connect with beings in the spiritual dimension. So your power animals, your spirit team, hidden memories that you have from the past, these can be alchemy. These can be tools that you can actually use to help fuel whatever your wish is that you have forward. There's so much that I feel like you want to manifest in this material plane, group 1, but you need to know that you're protected. I think for a lot of you may have been scared in the past, but this reading is all about finding the tools that you need to cleanse yourself out. And actually, I actually came across a message the other day. Sorry, side note, in the CIA files that are actually being released lately, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like the Gateway files or something, where they were doing a lot of psychic experiments and remote viewing, and there was this pain relief protocol that they were doing, and it was the 55515. And so the practitioner would imagine stepping outside of themselves and seeing their corporeal form from a higher perspective, and they would imagine the number 55515 over the particular physical pain that they were experiencing. So say you had lower back pain, they would imagine that number, that set of numbers on the lower back. But I also believe that you could use this number, this group of numbers, over a particular memory, a particular traumatic memory in the past. So say there's a memory that you have, I'm not going to like name any particular memories just for trigger purposes, but say you have a particular memory that you've avoided looking at. Well, you could take a step back from that particular memory and you could imagine inscribing the numbers 55515 over top of that memory and seeing if it actually helps to relieve some of the trauma that's stored there. It might actually give you a chance to actually look at the memory from maybe even a closer perspective. So I think there's a lot of power in actually connecting with these old memories, if I may reiterate myself. So what are the details? Okay, we have the 2 of Cups. Okay, for some of you, I feel like you have been through a powerful bond in your life. You have experienced a powerful bond. Now, this could have been a soulmate. This could have been a karmic connection. Whatever this was, group 1, this was a very significant, pivotal connection in your life that maybe forced you down the spiritual road. If you are watching a tarot reading, you likely are a highly spiritual being. And so there are a lot of details in this particular relationship that you may have shared with someone that could reveal a lot about where it is that you're meant to go in life. So what I'm trying to say is that the memories that were created from this particular relationship that happened, there are secrets. There are things, nuggets of gold that are buried within the fragments of whatever this relationship was. Now, for some of you, this relationship is still maybe going on. For some of you, it did not end very well, but there was a deep bond here. There was a deep connection. And so that connection holds a lot of secrets. And I feel like for some of you, it might have almost felt like kind of a fantastical bond, almost something otherworldly, like fictional almost, like maybe it was kind of misunderstood, or there was like people that maybe didn't want it to happen, or I don't know, maybe there was like a forbidden quality to the relationship for some of you. All right. We also have show the world the real you. So spirit, see, your cards are coming out extraordinarily fast. Like I'm not even shuffling. They're just flying out. And so I think that the moment that you step into the spiritual world, the moment that you connect with not only your higher self, but like all of the pieces that have been lost, all the shadow parts of yourself, once you have a moment and you take the time to connect with this, I feel like the nuggets, like the tools, the keys, like all of the things that have been kept secret and hidden from you, all the tools that have been kept secret, because I feel like that's just it. Like there are maps, there are wands, there are tools that are like that you could use to manifest anything in your reality, like downloads, but they're being kept hidden beneath these memories. It's almost like something doesn't want you to see them, but your soul is saying, this is our mission. Our mission is to reclaim these pieces, to find the hidden details and integrate them. Sorry. So show the world the real you. Oh, we have the King of Wands. This couldn't be more perfect. The King of Wands is someone who is a powerful expression of themselves. They are in divine alignment with their pure bliss, and they aren't afraid to share their passion, their truth with the world. And so I feel like there is some sort of like fiery expansion that wants to happen inside of you. For some of you, there is a Kundalini awakening that is beginning within you, and you might have gone through a dark night of the soul for a while, and that's forcing you to go in and do this kind of shadow work. But Spirit is saying, once you've alchemized some of these pieces, once you've brought in these dark pieces and reintegrated them, like called them into the light and looked at them and shone a light on these dark fragments of your being, you're going to be able to show these pieces of yourself to the world, and people are going to be so inspired by what they see. I feel like it's like when you shine, like it's like when you reflect like the sun in like a magnifying glass, and like it just sets fire to whatever's underneath it. I feel like you're going to be able to magnify the light, magnify the power that's coming through you right now, because you are this like divine conduit. But I feel like in the past, like you've had all this kind of energy put on you from other people, and it's kind of like stuck itself, like almost like it's stored itself inside of you, and it's time for you to cleanse this. It's time for you to bathe in this beautiful like angel gate pools and just release all of this toxicity. Some of you might want to try to go to like a Reiki practitioner and just try to cleanse through that, but you could do massage therapy, maybe a chiropractor to like bring that alignment in to your body, but something holistic that can connect with not only your physical, but your mental, your spiritual, your emotional body, because there are so many different components of our vessel as we like live on this material plane. But Spirit, like the real world is somebody who is very expressive. Like that's you, that's the real you that's inside, that wants to share itself. And maybe you've been this kind of shy person in the past who is a dreamer and who wants to like, share, but like you didn't maybe know what it was that you wanted to share, or if you did know, you were afraid. And as you like connect with those pieces of yourself more and more, you're going to be able to share that. And I'm just noticing this is Aquarius energy, and the Aquarius is all about healing. It's the water bearer, right? The water flowing from the cup of Nuith, the star goddess. And basically that's just it. I feel like there are so many angels who are wanting to connect with you right now. And that's something that I've learned recently. Apparently there's lots of unemployed angels out there. So really all you need to do is ask like the angels to come and help you, and they will. There's so many high vibrational entities who are just awaiting our call, and apparently they can help us with literally anything. They can help us from not only like cleaning our place to like actually releasing trauma that's held in our body, or like helping us get to work on time. They're from the most like mundane task to the most like magnificent feat. Our angels are there waiting to help us. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the Four of Wands, and that's all about celebration. That's about completing a cycle, basically, and realizing that you can celebrate, you can release and share and showcase your divine nature with not only those that you love, but like with the world. And people are going to see that, and they are going to take joy in connecting with your energy. So this has been an extremely beautiful reading. I'm going to just get one more piece of advice. We're just going to get a beautiful piece of advice from the Messenger Oracle, which is this one here. Now these are messages from the Hidden Worlds as well. So what messages, Group 1, what messages does Group 1 need to hear from the Hidden Realms? What do we have? Need and necessity, number 28. 38, okay. Beautiful. Let's see. Night and day exist within the very same moment. Creation and destruction wear the same face. You only see one or the other because you are not seeing the whole. What you may see as harmful, another may believe to be good. All is based upon perception. In nature, all occurs according to need and necessity, not right or wrong. So ask yourself, is there a genuine need to act? Is change necessary for your continued well-being and happiness? If the answer is yes, then act. If the answer is no, then don't. Interesting. So maybe for some of you in the past, you have deemed something as wrong, as evil, as bad. And Spirit is saying, perhaps it's a good time to maybe shift perspective. Try seeing it from another vantage point and see if that actually changes the energy of that particular thing. I know for a lot of people who have been hurt, they naturally become that kind of victim energy. And I know that by staying in that victim energy, it doesn't serve us in the long run. It's a natural state to be in temporarily, but if we hold onto that energy and we keep saying that we are the victim and that we were hard done by and all of these things have happened to me rather than for me, then we stay in that energy, we stay locked away, we stay trapped, and we stay passive rather than active. So Spirit is saying, is there something that maybe you need to look at about something that happened in the past that you can maybe shed a different light on it? And that might actually help you to enter into these hidden worlds with ease, without maybe so much hardship and struggle. So I think there's a lot of power that is building beneath the surface. I think a Kundalini awakening is about to happen for you, Group 1. And I am so excited to see where it is that you end up, because you are a powerful beacon and so many people are going to be inspired by you. So many people are going to look up to you. You're going to have so many inspired followers in the future. So thank you so much, Group 1. I hope some of this resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to comment below, like if you did. You can actually subscribe, and that would be wonderful for our channel. But if you're leaving me here, thank you so much for connecting, and we will see you in another video. Bye! Hello, Group 2. If you chose 17, Fairy Energy, Growth, Expansion, a Flowering, or this majestic carnelian, then this is going to be your reading on what secret messages are meant to find you right now from the hidden worlds, the lands beyond the veil that we know as the reality here and now. So I'm very excited to get into your reading. I feel like there are so many powerful messages already coming through, and I want to apologize for the fan in the background. It is a bit cold, so there is a heater on. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. So we'll jump straight into your reading. We'll get straight into your oracle cards. What secret messages are meant to find you? We have patience to start off with. We have lightning, number 30. We also have spark, number 34. Okay, well, spark and lightning. There is some divine power coming through here. We also have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. We have number 38, see the signs. And we have number 16. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but Serdwen, transformation, knowledge, and magic. So there is a lot of magic and mystical energies coming through to you. So much power. I feel like there are all these divine inspirations that are just beyond your reach. I feel like you've been very, very patient, awaiting this like inspiration. For some of you, many of you, you are creatives here with this being playing the violin here. I feel like there's like this creative spark bubbling beneath the surface, and crocodile energy is often about creativity, but patience. Spirit is saying patience. It is okay to take a breath and just take a moment for yourself. I feel like when we get kind of lost in our heads and we try to focus on the logical and like what seems practical in life, we often like lose track of where it is that we are actually meant to go, like where our soul is calling us to go. So Spirit is saying take a moment to just take a deep breath, take a step back from life, and just let things settle, you know, surrender. Because fairy energy is it's all about growth, it's about expansion, but sometimes we need to, you know, take a step away from the seed that we've planted and stop trying to tug on the roots, stop trying to force things to grow. The unseen worlds are trying to communicate to you in various ways. It could be that you're seeing synchronicities or repeating numbers. Different animals could be coming to you, different I want to say extraterrestrial or other dimensional beings. For some of you, you could be connected with the idea of channeling. So you could be almost like an open conduit, just awaiting some sort of divine force to kind of pour through you. Now, with lightning here, lightning is a powerful, powerful, energetic explosion, right? It's two extremely charged regions kind of coming together and changing and shifting these energies. So for a lot of you, I think there is this light that is waiting to come through. We have the fairy energy. She's literally giving light to this flower, or this flower is giving light to her. This is like two charged beings sharing in this intricate connection. So what I feel this energy is this is you connecting to your higher self, or some sort of higher dimensional frequency that is craving to channel through you. With transformation, knowledge, and magic, I feel like you are this kind of like fae conduit almost. Like maybe the fairies want to communicate with you, maybe like something beyond the seen world wants to communicate with you. But it's going to take patience, it's going to take time to follow the signs, to trust your inner wisdom, to trust your inner guide that you're headed in the right direction. For many of you, those of you who are creators, artists often connect with this divine energy, this godly source of energy when they are creating, when they are in the thralls of expression, because there's no logic that comes through there. The left brain, I never know which one is which because I was taught something different, but the left brain, I guess, is the analytical one, even though I was taught that the right brain was, but I think it is the left brain. We're taught that, you know, we're meant to focus on logic and rationale and analyze everything. But when you're creating, you know, that left part is turned off, that rational mind is shifted, and you're just in this kind of divine flow. And what I love is, in the past, when artists would create something, like in the Renaissance eras and in earlier times, when they would create something, it wasn't just them that was creating it. They were doing the work of, like, not of God necessarily, but of another entity. Like another entity worked through them. They were just like the hands. They were just like the tools that this other entity used to channel this energy. So if they did like a masterpiece, well, they wouldn't take full credit for it, right? There was this other being that was there to help them. And if it was a total flop and a failure, well, they didn't take total, you know, responsibility for that failure either, because they were working in tandem with this other source, this other energy. So Spirit is saying that there is a powerful, powerful energy that wants to move through you. It's been kept secret. It's been kept hidden in these worlds, waiting, like lightning. Like you can't see it at first, right? You kind of feel like this energetic shift. You start to like see the clouds shifting. You start to feel the wind maybe pick up, a charge in the air. But you feel this before you even see anything, right? So Spirit is saying that maybe you're feeling it, maybe you're sensing it with your other senses. Perhaps you're connecting with your third eye. Perhaps you're connecting with other chakras that are able to perceive other realms of reality. So, because I'm seeing like a lot of purple, a lot of blue, a lot of green in these cards, and I feel like you're connecting with these upper chakras, and they're really allowing you to connect with these higher forms of wisdom and consciousness. So this is really exciting. This is the secret that's coming through from the hidden worlds. The divine wants to connect with you and work with you. And I know, like, I'm reading a book right now. It's a dragon book, and basically one of the main characters, she can wield lightning, and it's like extremely powerful energy that she has to like channel this energy and not blow everything up, right? So she uses like a conduit, like this crystal ball, to kind of like focus and send the energy where she wants to. So I think for you, group 2, it's a really, really good thing to maybe try to ground yourself, to try to find a way to channel this energy, because I feel like a lot of when high vibrational energy wants to come through you, you'll often notice all of these different things happening to your physical form. Like you'll feel tired, maybe you'll feel dizzy, you'll feel like you're getting all these weird like synchronicities or visions, and you won't know what's going on. And that's because your physical vessel hasn't had the chance to fully acclimatize to this higher vibration. So you're getting all of this information, but your physical body still needs to shift its frequency so that you can merge. So I think honestly getting into your creativity and getting a chance to express yourself, whether you're a writer, a musician, any kind of artist, it's really important that you connect with this, and also that you follow the signs. So we're going to hop into your tarot now and see what other secret messages are ready to come out for you from the hidden worlds. I'm going to actually put some of these cards away just a bit, just to clear up some space. I love the lightning. Oh, it's beautiful. So much powerful light coming through in your reading. But it is really important that you do take some time to just release a lot of the things that have maybe been holding you back in the past. Just breathe out. Just let it all go. Because when you take this new breath in, this is like a fresh energy, this lightning. Storms come in and they shift things. They bring chaos and destruction, but they also bring in new life. So what other secrets are coming in for group 2? What other secret messages are coming from the unseen hidden worlds for group 2 spirit? What unseen secrets? Oh, we have the World. Oh my goodness. This is exactly the energy that I was talking about. So in a lot of decks, the World is actually the universe card. She's holding on to the moon though. And I was literally talking about you, group 2, holding on to a crystal conduit so that you can channel this higher vibrational energy. And this being here, she's literally holding onto this crystal ball and focusing all of her intent, all of her energy on this. So an end of a tough cycle is coming for you. You are stepping into your freedom. You are stepping into your divine awareness. You are stepping into this high vibrational awareness, and you're getting ready to share this power with the world. But with power comes great responsibility, and this is going to take patience from you, group 2. It's not something that just happens suddenly overnight, where you can become this kind of like, I want to say, like, you're going to become almost like a spiritual like guru in a way. Like, you don't just know how to become a leader overnight. You don't know how to just become a queen overnight. You can be told that you're stepping up into the role of it, but it takes sometimes months, years to develop the skills in order to be able to wield that kind of power. So group 2, you're coming into this intense vibrational shift where you're going to be able to be kind of a container for this power. You're going to be a vessel that is able to express this love. I feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be able to express this love through your creations. So just open up to it. Just release it. Stop trying to like overanalyze and think through. What is this lightning? What is this lightning and these secret... Ooh. Okay, this one also kind of flipped too, but this one really flipped. The Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. This is some divine wisdom that is coming to you from the higher planes of reality. This sword cuts through all of the limiting beliefs, cuts through all of the rubbish, I want to say, and brings in ultimate clarity. So this sword is actually very grounded. It reminds me of the the sword and the stone, when Arthur has to pull out the sword and the stone, and he becomes king in that moment by pulling out the sword. So Spirit is saying, you, group 2, have the power to be able to pull out this sword of clarity, this soul of divine inspiration, and soul, did I say soul? This sword of divine inspiration. Maybe you are pulling out your soul from somewhere. And share what you found, this newfound clarity, this new world, with the world, basically. To wield lightning takes To wield lightning takes extreme levels of care and understanding and practice to be able to wield this kind of power. We also had judgment coming out with that as well. This is your moment, group 2. I feel like this, at the beginning of 2025, if you were watching this, this is your moment to step into your power, onto the stage, basically. For some of you, this is going to be you stepping into the light. If you're a performer, you're going to be stepping up, and many people are going to see you now. Judgment is a new beginning, okay? It is a new dawn. It is you making difficult decisions and hard choices, but to come into this new sense of yourself, okay? You must face the world headstrong, because there is so much that wants to be born through you, okay? This is death and rebirth. This is you stepping up and saying, hey, I am here now. I have what it takes, and I'm not afraid to step into my power, right? The Ace of Swords, it's all about breaking through any lies, anything that's been kind of keeping you stuck from the truth. You're finally coming into your power, and with that power, you will see the world in a completely different way, right? This fairy sight, when I think of fairies, I think of like the third eye, because fairies have the ability to project their consciousness. And so I feel like for some of you, you could be psychically gifted with regards to remote viewing. Some of you might have visions with your third eye, and you could actually be able to see other realities through mere intention alone. So for some of you, remote viewing is something that I would definitely check out, but also like channeling, like it's like your amplifiers. You're able to bring in energy, amplify it, cleanse it, and then release it back into the world. I feel like there's so much light that wants to be born through you. Oh my gosh, the moon. This is crazy. You have 3 major arcana cards starting your reading. This is just wild. So the moon, exactly. This has been something that has been hidden. It's something that's been kept a secret, right? The moon, she waxes and wanes. And for part of the month, you can't even see that the moon is there, you know, but it is. It's just that the sun isn't shining on it anymore. So Spirit is saying you are getting ready to, in a way, be the moon. You're getting ready to feel that divine source of light shining on you, and you're going to reflect it back to the earth in a way. Like, look at how this fairy is like reflecting this beautiful flower here. This is your chance to wax into your potential, group 2. It's not a time to be fearful. I feel like if in the past you've been scared to kind of step into this new role, this new opportunity, this job, this power, whatever it is, Spirit is saying this is the time. This is your moment. There is no moment other than the present. We have the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. This is your chance to literally step forward, okay? This is your chance to step into the light, to hold this powerful beacon and light the way for so many others too. When you step into this power, it shows that other people have the power too, and maybe they were afraid to step into their light. But sometimes it takes someone to lead, and I think that you, group 2, are the leader. This is a time for creativity. This is a time for adventure, for you to step out and maybe travel somewhere, honestly. But I do see the Ace of Wands with being like literally clarifying the spark energy here. This is a new passionate beginning. This is something that, I don't know, like it could come to you at any point right now when you're watching this, but I feel like a new spark of creativity, a new spark of inspiration is coming through, and you need to pay attention to this because your heart is getting ready to sing. You're getting ready to express your truth to the world right now. Okay, what else, Spirit? What other secret? Okay. The Four of Pentacles. take time to breathe out. And on the bottom, we have the star. I've never seen so many major arcanas in someone's reading before. This is just absolutely... Here, can I put it here? I'll put it maybe in the center for now. This is just absolutely stunning. So the star, this is Aquarius energy. This is the star goddess Nuith. She is pouring the divine into your cup, into your being. She is pouring higher vibrational energy into you. But when the star enters into your reality, you have to realize that this is something that needs to be cleansed, because we work in part with the human ego and our higher self as well, and our soul and our heart. There's so many different components of our vessel that need to work together. And so a lot of the time, the ego will crave validation. It will crave to be seen by everyone. And sometimes it creates this kind of like greedy energy where we want more for ourselves. And as you step into the light, it's understandable that you would want this recognition, that you would want this light shining on you. Spirit is saying it's important to share it with others, and it's important to cleanse out the high vibrational like antenna, right? Like your third eye, your pineal gland is like an antenna, and you need to keep it cleansed on a regular basis if it is to remain true to you, if it is to keep that divine essence, that truth, that ultimate love coming through you, without all of the lies, without all of the confusion, without all of the distorted things that we've been told by society and by what your ego maybe wants to see happen. Because your higher self, the being that's connecting with you through these higher vibrational channels, knows exactly where it is that you're meant to go, knows exactly what it is that your soul wants to feel and experience in this dimensional plane. But it can get confusing when the ego steps in there and wants to move things in its own direction, because it's fearful. And the Four of Pentacles is all about kind of hoarding sometimes. It's about being afraid to step out of our comfort zone. It's about wanting to hold on to what we have and not share with others. So Spirit is saying it's okay to remember that you are actually a divine channel. There is so much power moving through you with this lightning energy. You just need to open up to this power, and you will have more than enough to give. Like you do not need to be afraid to share your wealth and your abundance with the world, because you are like literally like so powerful. Like I'm actually kind of like, I'm not afraid group 2, but I'm like, who are you? Like you are like, I want to know who you are. You are somebody who is going to soar. Basically, you're like the kind of person who's going to have like millions of people following them. You're the kind of person who is going to set the stage for real shifts, real change in this reality. And whoever you are, like you've got this. You've got this, and you've been patient, and the universe is going to reward you with your patience, with this high levels of power. But like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. So this has been an ecstatic reading, group 2. I'm just going to get another card. What other advice and guidance can we get from the unseen realms with regards to this masterful power that is coming through? How can you, what do you need to know about moving into this very powerful energy? Like it's extremely powerful. What do you need to know about moving into this? We have like the moon and the star and the world. Like I'm just, and judgment. Like I'm in awe. You're like a wizard, group 2. You're like a powerful wizard. That's what I meant to say earlier. Okay, that's too many. What do you need to know about this power that this power that you're stepping into? Okay, yes, this is what we want to see. Let the emotions flow, number 25. Okay, I couldn't have said this better myself. That's the thing. Like, you need to unlock your heart chakra, because that's where the emotions are brewing, okay? We also had like the being here brewing something in a cauldron. So I feel like there has been like some stirring of your emotions, but you need to start releasing. You need to start like creating, because that's what allows emotions to flow. And where emotions like flow, that's where energy goes, right? And the lightning is what is like a craving to move through you. So as you start to release these emotions, as you start to work through whatever it is that you need to work through and release it, it's like unblocking a dam in a river, right? It's going to just pour. It's going to let this energy, this like powerful rush flow through you. And so much power is going to come through. I'm going to read from the guidebook on what this has to say. Okay. Card 23, let your emotions flow. You can screenshot this too if that helps. Emotions flow like water. They can be joyous like a babbling brook, as deep and strong as a river. Give yourself permission to feel and experience them without judgment or blame. Do not try to deny them, for that can only lead to harm and disease. Do not damn them within you. Like we said, do not damn them. Release them. Let them flow and go. Allow yourself to feel them and learn from them as you embrace them for what they are. A natural response to the moment that you exist in that will pass as the moment passes. Exactly. It's a time to breathe out. It's a time to release these emotions that have been kind of holding you back. And I feel like emotions, when they get stuck, a lot of other emotions kind of build up. And then you start to not be able to even tell kind of what they are anymore. You can't see what the emotions are because they're all kind of like muddled up and mixed in with each other. So you have to let those ones like flow out, or whatever's been blocking them release, so that you can start to see what the emotions are. Like when you're meditating, I love to visualize kind of like a river and seeing like the thoughts and the emotions just kind of flow, and then not judge them, just let them go. And more you're able to like release so much with this energy, and the river starts to get faster and faster. So there is a lot of power coming through group 2. I've said it like a million times. So you could even want to connect with carnelian. I know carnelian is related to the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, but that's a lot of the time where creativity blooms from. So connect with that energy, help your creativity get back into like a rhythm, because maybe your creativity has been kind of blocked. And when you start to create again, well, that opens up the emotions, and then that releases the dam, and then everything just starts to flow. So carnelian could actually be the key to unlocking a lot of these secret powers that have been hidden. So I'm so excited for your secret magical powers to come to life. This is so magical, group 2. Please feel free to share if you have any experiences or adventures or anything that you'd like to share, or what your power is if you're interested. Of course, you don't have to. So feel free to subscribe if you want to. We also are offering 20% off on our Etsy shop. So that link is below. If you need any healing jewelry or any mystical art, we have all kinds of different tools and pieces available. So you can check that out in the description below. Thank you so much, group 2. You are such a powerful being, and I'm so excited to see what it is that you can create. So until next time, bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose number 28, Mountain Goddess, High Vibration, Mindfulness, and Power of the Mind, or this majestic amethyst, then this is going to be your reading on what secret messages are meant to find you from the hidden worlds right now. What advice and guidance are coming through beyond the veil. So we're going to jump straight into your oracle cards to get the overall energy. But what I'm seeing right now, group 3, is that you are already connecting to this higher mind. It wants to work through you. It wants to gift you potential. It wants to gift you energy so that you can shift all of these old limiting belief systems and move into this new state of being where you have the ability to set an intention in your mind and watch it manifest on the material plane. Spirit is saying that you are awake in this dream, group 3, and that is a huge feat, because most people in this reality are actually sleeping. They're like walking around like mindless, I don't want to be crude, but zombies, basically. And you, group 3, you are waking up, or you already are awakened. So what do we have to start with? We have number 6, change is unavoidable. Exactly. As you enter into this new state of being, this new higher mind, you are going to be leaving a lot behind, group 3. We also have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So for some of you who are manifesting a romantic connection or somebody into your life, Spirit is saying you are being gifted with the tools. You are being gifted with the highest vibrational timeline to make this soul bonded connection unite for you. Divine timing is at play. We also have number 27, home. So this person that's coming in, or this connection, could feel like home to you. It could feel like a blessing. But I feel like that's what's happening for you, group 3. You are entering into a state where you already feel as though you're home. And for those of you who are single or who want a romantic partner, you are attracting this energy by feeling full, by feeling completely united in your own being. You are attracting this sense of home. We also have number 14, the curse, and this one has no number, defend, Scorpio energy. Interesting. This is very interesting, actually, because we have this like high vibrational, almost celestial energy coming through. And then we have this kind of Scorpion energy. And Scorpio is all about death and rebirth, okay? It's Pluto energy. It's about shifting from one skin to another. Scorpios are extremely emotional beings. They're very, very intense. And they don't forget, basically. And they have a sting. So never get on the bad side of a Scorpio. You might feel it. So Spirit is saying maybe there was a curse in the past. There could have been some sort of karmic connection that you might have had with someone in your past. Could have been a Scorpio. Spirit is saying that maybe there's Libra energy coming into your life, though. This is that balance. This is that balancing of the scales, so to speak. So for some of you, if you've had kind of a karmic bond with someone in your past, or you had a connection that didn't really, it was a little bumpy. It was, I don't want to say a little. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you were cursed almost. You felt for a while like you didn't know where your home was. You felt lost. You felt stuck. You felt betrayed. For some of you, you felt like you were just surrounded by darkness. But Spirit is saying like there's a new light on the horizon. A new romantic cycle begins, and your power, the power of your mind, this higher vibrational energy that is pouring into you now, is enough to help you to shift from this. In fact, some of you might have already shifted from this old cycle that has ended, and Spirit is saying defend this vibration that you have worked so hard to create. And I know that in like higher vibrational energies, we're not talking about defense. We're not talking about like strategy and whatnot, because when you're in this high vibrational alignment, you're just vibrating frequency of love, right? You're just vibrating this unconditional bliss. But I think for you, group 3, there still is this concern that you need to protect your energy. Okay? There could be someone in your past who is still a bit bitter about maybe what happened, who is still jealous potentially of where you're moving to in your life. Whether you're moving on to someone else, whether you're moving on to a new phase in your life, and maybe they don't want to let go. And Spirit is saying, you, group 3, you need to let go. You need to release this connection, to free yourself from this cursed energy. She almost has the hand over the mouth. So it's like maybe something happened in the past that you have been afraid to communicate about. This could have been some sort of traumatic experience that happened. And perhaps it's been a very intense connection, and you've had to work through a lot of painful memories. And Spirit is saying, this is your time to speak out. This is your time to connect to this divine energy, this higher source, this higher self of yours, and know that you are protected. Know that this divine intelligence wants to help you move through this energy. But it is important that you stay grounded. It's important that you find a home within yourself. I know when a lot of people suffer through a trauma, they don't feel safe in their body. They don't feel safe in their mind. So a piece of themselves, a piece of their soul disappears. But really it's just hiding. And that's where soul retrieval and shamanic practice can be very important. So for some of you, it's important that you share your experience. You write about it, journal about it. If you're an artist, paint, sing, whatever it is, release this so that this beautiful new romantic cycle can begin. And Spirit is saying change is unavoidable. You know, you're coming into this alignment. It's happening. Like, there's nothing that you really need to do, Spirit is saying. Like, the secret messages from the universe that are coming through is that you are moving out of this energy. All you need to do is ground, be mindful, and connect to that higher self that knows where it is that you're meant to go. That's where you won't have to overanalyze and overthink every single move. You will just take the opportunities that are meant for you, because you'll feel it in your heart. But if you've been disconnected from your heart chakra, and you've been disconnected from pieces of your energy centers through trauma, then you naturally would be afraid to want to try to be present in yourself. And Spirit is saying that it's okay, you are protected. There is this wellspring of love, this oasis that is actually inside you. You don't need to be afraid anymore. You don't need to you don't necessarily need to constantly be on the defensive, is what I want to say. Like, yes, like protect yourself, but maybe you need to release this defending energy and just know that you are protected. So I know there's a bit of like contradictory messages there, and I am having a hard time focusing. I feel like for some of you, you might have had a bit of trouble like focusing and staying grounded. Like my mind is kind of wandering all over the place in this particular energy. I'm kind of in my head a lot, and so I think it's important, group 3, that you step out of your head a little bit, because your higher self wants to communicate with you, and that's not your mind, like that's not your logical mind. That's Spirit trying to work through you and commune with your soul to guide you where you're meant to go. So let's get some more messages on what secrets are meant to come through for group 3. What secret messages from the hidden worlds? Okay, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, the Page of Cups I always see as like somebody who's starting kind of like a new journey, a new emotional journey. So this could be, honestly, I feel like for some of you, you are working on something. You are a creator. For some of you, you could be writing about maybe things that have happened to you in the past, or sharing things that have happened to you in the past that you were afraid to share before. Trigger warning for some of you, I feel like maybe there is some childhood trauma here, and I feel like there has been, you know, a lot that you've had to unearth, and you are finding a way to deal with this energy in a new way, in a very healthy, healing way. You're finding a way to deal with this curse and transmute it into love. So the Page, I often see it as somebody who is like writing about, you know, their life, their memoir, somebody who's sharing their story. And that's the change that's coming in. You are going to be maybe sharing your story. You're going to have the courage to share your story with the world. All right, what is this new romantic cycle that's beginning? What secrets do we need to know about that? We have Strength, number 8. Yes. Strength, to me, it can either be number 8 or number 11, because we have Balance or Strength in the traditional decks, but you have come so far, okay? You have come so far, group 3. You are this like powerful lioness being who knows what it is that they want. You're not afraid to step up and maybe claim what it is that you want. Or rather, Spirit is saying that's the energy that you're coming into. You are getting ready to move into this new direction and take these opportunities. You have this beautiful lion being at your side, and I don't know what the YouTube rules are for this. Her arm is basically covering her breast, so I don't know if that matters, but she is like sky clad, right? She's open to the sky. She's not afraid to show her true self, and I feel like that's the energy that's coming through. Strength is all about moving into this energy of knowing who you truly are after everything that you've been through. The Strength card is somebody who is in control of their emotions, okay? They're not manipulated by anyone anymore. They know who they are. They have this kind of resolve, and they're determined to make their desires manifest into the material plane. They have courage, but they're patient. They're trusting this kind of unseen divine force that's working kind of with them. So Spirit is saying, by you entering into this kind of strength energy, you are attracting a new romantic cycle. You are attracting a partner into your life, some sort of connection that is going to balance you, bring balance, and it's going to bring harmony, and it's going to give you this kind of grounding, this kind of solid foundation to step onto. For you to actually get to be yourself. I feel like in the past, if you were in a relationship that was very destructive, or one-sided, Spirit is saying that in this new relationship, you are going to get to actually come into your power. Okay, there's not going to be this kind of like I want to say like uneven power dynamics at play, because I feel like in the past relationship you could have had some sort of narcissistic experiences, or you could have had somebody who had all the power, and Spirit is saying this is going to be a very balanced partnership, right? With the scales, but you're both going to be strength for one another. You're both going to be the best versions of yourself. Right? I love to think of a romantic cycle like when you come into a relationship, you say to yourself, does this person make me want to be my best self? Like, do I feel good about myself when I'm with this person? And if you do, then that's great. That's the person you're meant to be with. But if you feel really bad about yourself, like if you have a very addictive personality, or if you feel sad, and like have like all these different attachment disorders with this person, and it's just a really chaotic situation, then you're not your best self. But if this person makes you want to become better, then that's the direction to move into. So what else? What other secrets from the hidden realms want to come through right now? The star. Oh, I love to see this. I love to see this with the mountain goddess here, because this is this divine healing energy that is coming through from the higher mind. And the star is this beautiful healing energy that's flowing from the star goddess, the cup of Nuith. She is literally pouring this high vibrational light into herself and then sharing it with the world. So you are this beacon of light. And I think in the past you were maybe looking for this light somewhere else. You didn't realize that this light was inside of you all along. But Spirit is saying you've always had the light inside you. You've always had this power. You were just giving your power maybe away to someone who didn't deserve it. And so this is your chance. The hidden worlds are saying this is your chance to tap into this high vibrational energy and remember that you are this powerful conduit. You have this ability, this means to spread love and give love on the material plane, rather than constantly giving and constantly feeling used up or alone even. This curse is not you. You are free from this curse. The curse is broken. The deal is broken. You are free from this now. You are healing, group 3. This is such powerful healing energy. The Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth. It's about healing the old and coming into this new cycle, right? But if this was a Scorpio person in the past, I get how intense it can be. Oh dear, what else? We have the 5 of Swords for home. Yeah, I feel like I was saying earlier with regards to trauma, and our body is our home in a way. If you think about it, it is the home of the soul while we're here. And we need to take care of it. We need to nourish it. We need to protect it. You know, if you get in a car accident, your car needs to be fixed. It needs to be maintained and repaired so that you can drive it. Well, same with the body. If the body has been physically damaged or psychologically damaged in some way, it has to be fixed. It has to be protected. And I feel like in the past, maybe you haven't given yourself that time and that space to heal properly. And so maybe your body, maybe your mind still feels like it's against you, or it's this other thing. And Spirit is saying, no, the secret is that that's just a perspective. That's just a lens that the trauma has made you perceive that you are. But no, you are this divine light. You have all of the mystical beings, the angels at your disposal, waiting to help you. There are all these entities who actually want to be a part of your healing journey, who are there to help you. All you have to do is ask. You don't need to fight on your own. You don't need to do this alone. Like, look at this being, this 5 of Swords. This being thinks that they have to fight and do this all on their own. But really, they don't. There is this majestic, beautiful home of beings who want to help and help you come into your true divine alignment and share your truth, your soul's purpose with the world. So let's also get, what is this curse? How are you completely free? Like, what secret has allowed you to shift out of this curse energy? Or what do we need to know about this curse as you move away from this energy? What do we need to know about this curse? Okay, yeah, the sun. The sun, of course. the star and the sun, we have this powerful light that is shining down upon this dark energy. I feel like for some of you, there has been a person that has manipulated you, who has kept you in the dark. And the sun is clearly saying, no, everything is coming into the light now. Things that were kept hidden, lies, deceit, any of this kind of like energy that was meant to keep things hidden and under the rug. Spirit is saying like, no, this is all coming into the light. This person might not only have hurt you, but they might have hurt other people too. And all of this is coming out into the light, whether or not it's coming out into the public eye, or whether or not they are experiencing the karma of what it is that they have done. This healing light that is coming through is going to bring balance. It's going to bring harmony. It's going to shed so much power. And I see like with the lion energy and the sun, like this is Leo energy. This is this powerful, courageous energy coming through, and nothing can stand up against that. This darkness, this shadowy energy that has tried to steal your beautiful light, group 3, like you are a beautiful beacon of light. Whatever has tried to suck this energy from you, it no longer can. And the only reason that it could is it believed that it could. And you believed that it deserved to. But now you know that you have the power. Now you know that you can give yourself that beautiful energy that you need. You can fill your own cup, right? With the Page of Cups, you can fill your own cup. You don't need to have anyone else try to fill your cup for you, okay? Because when you hold your cup out to someone else, they could fill your cup with poison. And Spirit is saying, no, like, this is for you to fill your cup with the highest vibrational waters that exist. This is like pure divine starlight that you are drinking, group 3. You are no longer drinking any of this darkness. You are only taking in the light. You are only feeding your mind with these beautiful thoughts. You're no longer stuck in the past. That is the energy that you're coming into. The sun is pouring in, and the secrets from the hidden realms are, you have had this power all along. You have had this power to connect with your crown chakra, and that's it too. Maybe connect with amethyst, because amethyst, I always feel, is like a direct connection to the crown chakra. I feel as though maybe for some of you, there is some chakra balancing that needs to be done, and I can feel it on all of your chakras. I feel like each chakra needs to be balanced in a different way. I feel like you are getting a lot of downloads, but maybe you're not actually able to understand what the downloads are saying because your other chakras are maybe not quite aligned yet. But Spirit wants to gift you this high vibrational information. Like, it wants to give you these downloads. That's what's coming through from the hidden worlds, is that there are all of these like beings that want to help you. There's all this information that wants to like bring you into this new world, basically, this new energy, this new person that you are going to be. But it's important that you balance out these energies to do that. So let's get one last message for you, group 3. You are such a powerful beacon, and you've been through so much. Like, I am so in awe of your being, group 3. You are so powerful. Oh my gosh. Wow. You also might feel drawn to group 2. They were also a heavy, like, there was also a heavy emphasis on being a conduit of divine energy. So we have nourish the soul. Beautiful. Number 29. That is literally what the star is about. It's about nourishing the soul. It's about connecting with these higher frequencies and healing yourself. And then sharing that healing with others. So let me just read from the guidebook. Number 29. Number 29 also equals 11. So those numbers could be significant. We have drink in life. Use your senses to explore your world, to see, touch, taste, smell, hear, and experience all that is within you and around you. Your journey through life is meant to be a sensory experience. Your life is meant to be a rainbow full of color, of motion and sound. It's not meant to be a bland, tasteless existence of black and white. Be sensual, explore yourself and your world every day, and nourish your soul with every moment. I couldn't agree more. This card is so reflective of the energy that you have been experiencing. There, sorry, there's this like reflection. I'm sorry about that. But I was going to say that card is all about connecting with the physical experiences, connecting with the world around you, your sensory experiences, the touches, the smells, the tastes, everything like that. And I know for many people, like I was saying, trauma makes it so that we want to avoid those things because they can trigger us. They can bring us back into those horrible memories. But the thing with the physical reality is that it can also bring new experiences. We can change our perspectives, and by smelling new smells, and by literally smelling a smell and then creating a new sensory memory that goes with that, so that the trauma is no longer associated with that particular smell. Like, I know for me, cinnamon was a very intense smell that was directly triggered to my trauma, and I love the smell of cinnamon, but when it was in like the form of chewing gum, like I couldn't smell it. And so I had to try to associate cinnamon with like cinnamon cookies and like Christmas and just like being cozy and protected. And that was really helpful for me to be able to associate that smell. So maybe try to find like a piece of music you can listen to, or something that can help you to try to reassociate certain triggers that you would have with other things that can bring joy. Because we're here to experience things in the physical. And if we lose that, then what's the point in being here, right? What's the point in being in this physical form if we can't experience all the sensual experiences that we're meant to face? Now, again, it takes time. Believe me, it doesn't happen overnight. I can tell you from someone who's gone through a very, very long journey from the healing process that it's taken me years to be able to, move through life without being triggered all the time. So just be gentle with yourself, be understanding, be compassionate. Your body is a safe place to be, but start with small steps. Take a bath, make a cozy space for yourself. Take a small time for yourself that's for you only. Put on a relaxing music, or like a show that's something that's fun. Like, just try to get yourself into this beautiful, positive headspace. What do you prefer rather than what do you not prefer? What do you want your life to be? Because I see that you are ready to nourish your soul. I see that you're ready to move away from being silent, and you're ready to express yourself and your truth. So thank you, Group 3. You are such an astounding human being, and I am so proud of you from everything that you've been through. Wow. You are a shining star, and the sun is here to illuminate your path forward. So thank you so much. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to subscribe if you feel like doing that. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. Bye.